Hello, my friends. I'm William. Today, we're addressing something that silently robs too many seniors of their freedom: the creeping loss of muscle in your legs. For stopping muscle loss in your legs and keeping you agile, you need these 6 powerful foods in your morning routine. You've been misled. You've been told that feeling weaker, struggling to get out of a chair, or that unsteadiness on your feet is just getting older. You might blame your genes or your age, but the truth, the real culprit, is often a hidden nutritional deficiency that sabotages your leg muscles from the inside out. What no one is revealing is this: the key to preserving the powerful legs of your youth isn't found in expensive supplements or complicated routines. It's found in simple, natural, and affordable foods you can eat every morning. These solutions aren't highly profitable for big corporations, which is why you don't hear about them enough. But I'm here to change that today. Let me share a statistic that should stop us all in our tracks. Studies indicate that without targeted nutritional intervention, adults over 60 can lose up to a staggering 1/3 of their leg muscle mass over a single decade. Let that sink in. 1/3. That's like your legs aging nearly a decade faster than the rest of you. This isn't just about strength, it's about survival. It's about the difference between enjoying a walk in the park and fearing a fall in your own home. Weakened leg muscles are the primary driver behind falls, which are a leading cause of injury and loss of independence for seniors. But here's the promise: it is largely preventable. In this video, we'll reveal the #1 morning nutrition strategy for halting this muscle loss in its tracks. We're going to give your body the specific tools it needs to rebuild and protect that precious muscle tissue. If you do nothing, the slow decline continues. But if you act today, you can change your trajectory. You can reclaim the stability and power in your stride. Now, I want to make this personal. This isn't just me talking. I want to hear from you. Down in the comments, please tell me, have you noticed a change in your leg strength? Maybe you've had a close call with a stumble, or you find yourself holding onto furniture more than you used to. Share your experience. I read every single comment and will do my best to offer personalized guidance, because your story matters. Now, let's get to the life-changing part. Let's start with #1, whole eggs, especially the yolk. Hardly anyone talks about this because for years, we were scared away from the humble egg due to cholesterol fears. But for building and maintaining muscle, it is quite simply one of nature's most perfect foods. Think of a whole egg as the master architect and construction crew for your muscles. All in one simple shell. The white provides excellent protein, but the yolk is the treasure chest. It contains a complete profile of all 9 essential amino acids. These are the non-negotiable building blocks your body cannot make on its own. They are required for muscle protein synthesis, the process of building new muscle tissue. The yolk is also packed with vitamin D, which acts like a key, unlocking the door for your muscles to use that protein effectively, and vitamin B12, which is critical for healthy nerve signals that tell your muscles to contract. When you are deficient in these complete proteins and key vitamins, your body enters a state called catabolism. Imagine this. Overnight, as you sleep, your body is searching for energy. If you haven't fueled it properly, it starts to break down your muscle tissue for fuel. Your leg muscles, being the largest in your body, are the first to be sacrificed. This is why you might wake up feeling stiff, weak, or even experience those frustrating leg cramps. The root cause isn't just age. It's that your body struggles to absorb and utilize protein as efficiently as it once did, making the high-quality, bioavailable protein in eggs absolutely essential. The symptoms are clear: that feeling of heavy legs, taking longer to recover from a simple walk, a loss of power when you need to step up onto a curb, and a gradual shrinking of your thigh and calf muscles. The science backs this up. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed whole eggs daily significantly improved their muscle protein synthesis rates compared to those who only consumed egg whites or other protein sources. The combination of amino acids and micronutrients in the yolk is irreplaceable. The best time to harness this power? In the morning before 8 a.m. This breaks the overnight catabolic fast and gives your muscles the raw materials they need to rebuild at the start of your day. Don't be afraid of the yolk. Scramble them, poach them, or make an omelet. Within 10 to 14 days of making this change, many of my clients report feeling a noticeable difference. Less morning stiffness, more spring in their step, and a renewed sense of stability. I remember a patient, Robert, who came to me at 68. He was a former gardener who had given up his passion because his legs would ache and feel weak after just minutes of standing. He was on the path to significant muscle loss. We started him on 2 whole eggs for breakfast each morning. He was skeptical, but after about 12 days, he called me, his voice filled with emotion. He had spent an entire weekend in his garden without needing to sit down once. For him, it wasn't just about muscle. It was about reclaiming a piece of his identity. Now, let's move to our second powerhouse, which works beautifully with eggs or on its own. 2. Greek yogurt. Think of Greek yogurt as a slow-release guardian for your muscles throughout the day. While eggs provide an immediate construction crew, Greek yogurt sets up a sustained, slow-drip supply line of amino acids. It's incredibly dense in protein, packing about 17 grams of high-quality protein per serving. But more importantly, it is one of the best dietary sources of an amino acid called leucine. Leucine is the master switch that directly signals your muscles to start the building process. Without enough leucine, the protein you eat is less effective. As we age, we become less sensitive to these signals, so we need a stronger, more consistent dose. Greek yogurt delivers that. When you lack this steady supply, the muscle breakdown we talked about continues unabated. You might feel generally fatigued, and you'll find it nearly impossible to maintain, let alone build, muscle mass. This is especially crucial for leg muscles, which bear our weight all day long. I recommend plain, full-fat or low-fat Greek yogurt to avoid the blood sugar spikes from added sugars. You can have it on its own, or mix in a few berries. Having it in the morning ensures your muscles have a constant trickle of building blocks for hours, preventing them from being broken down for energy. You can expect to feel the effects within a similar timeline, about 2 weeks. Clients often tell me they experience fewer of those random muscle twitches and a greater sense of endurance. One lovely woman, Eleanor, 74, started having Greek yogurt with her breakfast. She told me that for the first time in years, she was able to keep up with her grandchildren during a day at the zoo without her legs giving out. She said it felt like she had given her legs a reliable, long-lasting battery. In the next part, we'll dive into a dynamic duo that provides sustained energy and fights off those painful nighttime leg cramps, and another simple fruit that acts as a natural electrolyte booster. Welcome back, my friends. In our last segment, we talked about the critical role of high-quality protein from whole eggs and Greek yogurt to stop that silent muscle breakdown, especially in your legs. I've been reading your comments, and it's moving to see how many of you have shared your own experiences with leg weakness and those frustrating cramps. It tells me we're on the right track, addressing what truly matters. Today, we're moving from the foundational building blocks to the fuels and facilitators, the foods that provide the energy for your muscles to work and the specific minerals that ensure they work without painful interruptions. Because what's the use of having strong muscles if they're constantly seizing up with cramps or running out of energy by lunchtime? Let's move to our third powerful solution. #3. The combination of oatmeal and chia seeds. Hardly anyone talks about this dynamic duo in the context of muscle preservation. We often think of oatmeal just for heart health, but for your legs, it's so much more. Think of a bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds as a slow-burning log on a fire, providing steady, lasting heat and protecting the integrity of the fire itself. Oatmeal is rich in a special type of fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber slows down digestion, providing a slow and steady release of glucose into your bloodstream. This means no sharp energy spikes and crashes that leave you feeling drained by mid-morning. For your leg muscles, this sustained energy is crucial. It means your body doesn't have to panic and start breaking down precious muscle tissue for a quick energy fix. Now let's add the chia seeds. These tiny powerhouses are packed with minerals absolutely vital for muscle function: magnesium and potassium. Magnesium is the relaxation mineral. It's the key that helps your muscles unclench after they've contracted. A deficiency in magnesium is a primary culprit behind those tight, painful, and often nocturnal leg cramps that jerk you awake. Potassium, on the other hand, is essential for the electrical signals that initiate the muscle contraction in the first place. Without these two minerals, the communication between your nerves and muscles breaks down. The result? Cramps, spasms, and muscles that feel twitchy and unreliable. When you are deficient, the symptoms are unmistakable. That 3 a.m. Charlie horse that makes you want to scream, a general feeling of heaviness and fatigue in your legs as the day goes on, and a sense that your legs just won't listen to you when you need to move quickly. Research, such as a review in the Journal of Neurological Sciences, has consistently highlighted the role of magnesium deficiency in muscle cramps, especially in older populations. By combining the sustained energy of oatmeal with the mineral-rich profile of chia seeds, you're not just eating breakfast, you're creating an anti-cramp, energy-sustaining powerhouse. I recommend making a simple overnight oat mix. Combine rolled oats, a tablespoon or two of chia seeds, and your milk of choice in a jar the night before. By morning, you have a ready-to-eat, pudding-like meal. Top it with our next superstar for an extra punch. You should notice a significant reduction in the frequency and intensity of leg cramps within 10 to 14 days as your body's mineral stores are replenished. I worked with a gentleman named Frank who loved to golf but was plagued by calf cramps around the 12th hole every single time. It was ruining his game and his confidence. We introduced this oatmeal and chia seed breakfast. He was amazed. After 2 weeks, he not only finished his 18-hole round without a single cramp, but he also had the energy to help his partner look for a lost ball in the rough. He got his joy back, all from a simple shift in his morning routine. Now, let's talk about our fourth simple, yet profoundly effective solution. #4, the banana. You might think, William, a banana? That's so simple. And you're right, but its power is often overlooked. Think of a banana as a natural, edible electrolyte drink for your muscles. It's one of the most concentrated and bioavailable sources of potassium you can eat. We just talked about potassium with chia seeds, but it's so critical for leg muscle health it deserves its own spotlight. Potassium is like the spark plug for your muscles. It creates the electrical potential that allows a nerve signal to travel to your muscle fiber and tell it to contract. Without adequate potassium, the signal gets weak and fuzzy. Your leg muscles, which require precise and powerful signals for walking, balancing, and standing up, are hit hardest. This leads to weakness, a feeling of instability, and of course, those dreaded cramps. Furthermore, bananas are a good source of vitamin B6. This vitamin is crucial for nerve health and for helping your body absorb magnesium better. It's a beautiful synergy. The symptoms of lacking this simple fruit in your diet are often written off as just aging. Trembling in the thighs when you climb stairs, a general sense of physical fatigue, and that unsteadiness when you first stand up. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adequate potassium intake was directly correlated with greater muscle mass and better muscle function in older adults. It helps maintain the alkaline environment in your body, which prevents the metabolic acidosis that can promote muscle wasting. The best time to eat one? With your breakfast, of course. Slice it into your Greek yogurt or your oatmeal with chia seeds. This combination is a triple threat against muscle loss and cramps. You are getting the steady energy, the muscle-relaxing magnesium, and the nerve-firing potassium all in one delicious meal. The results can be felt quickly. Many of my clients report feeling a sense of solidity in their legs within the first week or two. They feel more connected to the ground, more stable. I recall a patient, Maria, who had a deep-seated fear of falling after a minor incident. She started having a banana with her morning meal. She told me, with tears in her eyes, that for the first time in years, she felt confident enough to walk to her mailbox without holding onto her husband's arm. That's the power of giving your body the specific nutrients it craves. These two solutions, the oatmeal chia combo and the humble banana, address the energy and electrical systems that keep your legs moving smoothly and cramp-free. But we have two more incredible foods to cover that work on a deeper, cellular level to fight inflammation and refuel your muscles' energy stores. In our final part, we'll reveal the secret of the anti-inflammatory marvel from the sea and the vibrant root vegetable that acts like a multivitamin for your muscles. The final part of our journey to stronger, more resilient legs. We've built a powerful foundation with protein from eggs and yogurt, and we've fueled and protected our muscles with the steady energy of oatmeal and the potassium punch of bananas. Now we're going to go deeper. We're going to tackle the hidden fire within your muscles and unlock a secret way to refuel them for lasting energy and strength. The journey to preserving your leg muscles isn't just about building them up. It's also about stopping the silent processes that break them down. And two of the biggest culprits are chronic inflammation and cellular energy depletion. Today, we have the final two pieces of puzzle to address exactly that. Let's dive into our fifth powerhouse. #5. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Now, you might be thinking, fish for breakfast? And I say, why not? In many cultures around the world, a light, savory fish dish in the morning is a cornerstone of a long and healthy life. But even if you have it a few times a week for lunch or dinner, its impact on your morning leg strength is profound. Hardly anyone talks about this direct connection. Think of the omega-3s in fatty fish, specifically EPA and DHA, as a crew of deep-sea firefighters, constantly dousing the smoldering flames of inflammation within your muscle tissue. As we age, our bodies often exist in a state of low-grade, chronic inflammation. This inflammation is like a constant, slow-burning fire that directly breaks down muscle tissue and, crucially, makes your muscles resistant to the growth signals from all that wonderful protein you're eating. It's like building a sandcastle as the tide is coming in. You're working against a constant, erosive force. Fatty fish supply a direct, powerful form of omega-3 that goes straight to your cell membranes, reducing this inflammatory fire. This allows the protein you eat to be used much more efficiently for repair and growth. The symptoms of a deficiency in these critical fats are subtle but significant. Muscles that feel perpetually sore and stiff, a slow recovery from minor exertion, and a sense that your legs are just tired, all the way down to the bone. The research is unequivocal. A landmark study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher levels of omega-3s experienced significantly slower rates of muscle loss over time. These fats don't just reduce inflammation, they actually improve the anabolic response to protein and insulin, making your body a more efficient muscle-building machine. I recommend incorporating fatty fish like salmon or sardines into your diet at least twice a week. A small, 3 to 4 ounce portion is all you need. For a morning option, try a small bit of smoked salmon on a whole grain cracker with your eggs, or have it for lunch. The key is consistent intake. By doing this, you are systematically lowering the inflammatory environment that eats away at your leg muscles. Within a few weeks of consistent consumption, you may notice that the deep, persistent ache in your legs begins to fade, and you feel more repaired in the morning. I remember a patient, Arthur, a former teacher who loved to travel, but found that his legs would be so stiff and painful after a day of sightseeing that he'd be stuck in his hotel room the next day. We introduced salmon twice a week. After about a month, he sent me a postcard from Rome. He wrote, "William, I just walked the Forum and the Colosseum in the same day. My legs are tired, but they're not screaming in protest. Thank you for giving me my adventures back." That's the power of putting out the inflammatory fire. Now for our sixth and final game-changing food. #6. Steamed sweet potato with a pinch of mineral salt. This might be the most unexpected one on the list, but its role is absolutely critical. Think of a steamed sweet potato as a time-release energy capsule and a mineral bank for your muscles' nerve and fluid systems. After a night's fast, your muscles' glycogen stores, their primary fuel tank, are running on empty. If you don't refill that tank, your body will again look to muscle protein for energy. Sweet potatoes are a fantastic, low glycemic source of complex carbohydrates that refill this glycogen store slowly and steadily, providing lasting energy without a sugar crash. But the real magic, especially for leg cramps and nerve function, comes when we add a tiny pinch of a high-quality mineral salt, like Celtic or Himalayan salt. This is not about sodium, it's about the trace minerals. These salts are packed with a full spectrum of electrolytes and trace minerals like potassium, magnesium, and dozens of others that are stripped out of modern table salt. When you are deficient in this complex matrix of trace minerals, the delicate fluid balance inside and outside your muscle and nerve cells is disrupted. This disruption is a prime cause of poor nerve signaling and those sudden, painful muscle cramps. The symptoms are identical to what we've discussed: cramping, twitching, and a general sense of muscular miscommunication. A study in the Journal of Caring Sciences highlighted that electrolyte balance, supported by a full profile of minerals, was key in reducing the incidence of muscle cramps in elderly patients. The sweet potato itself is also a powerhouse of potassium and magnesium, making this a double-duty food. The best way to consume this is to have a small, steamed sweet potato, about the size of your fist, with your breakfast a few times a week. After steaming it, add that tiny pinch of mineral salt. This isn't about making it taste salty. It's about mineral supplementation. The combination provides a slow-burning carbohydrate source and a direct infusion of the minerals your nerves and muscles need to function flawlessly. You might find that within 10 to 14 days, the fine tremors and little twitches in your legs subside, and you feel a greater sense of muscular control. So, my friends, we have our 6 morning warriors: whole eggs, Greek yogurt, oatmeal with chia seeds, bananas, fatty fish, and steamed sweet potato with mineral salt. Let me summarize this clearly: the weakness in your legs, the fear of falling, and those painful nighttime cramps can often be traced back to a simple lack of these specific nutrients. We've been fighting an invisible battle, and now you have the map to the treasure. You don't need to implement all 6 at once tomorrow. That would be overwhelming. Start with 1. Perhaps this week, you commit to having 2 whole eggs for breakfast 3 times. Next week, you add a banana to that meal. The week after, you try the oatmeal and chia seeds. This is a marathon, not a sprint. The goal is consistent, gradual improvement. I have a challenge for you. Pick one of these 6 foods and try it for the next 10 days. Be consistent. Then, I want you to come back to this video and tell me your story in the comments. Did the cramps lessen? Did the stiffness improve? Did you feel a bit stronger walking to the mailbox? Your story will inspire others. And if you haven't seen improvement after trying these targeted nutritional strategies, it is absolutely essential to speak with your doctor. There can be other underlying medical conditions, and a professional can help you rule those out. My final message to you is this: your age is not a sentence to weakness. It is an opportunity for wisdom. You now have the wisdom to feed your body exactly what it needs to maintain its strength, its balance, and your precious independence. You have the power to change the trajectory of your health, starting with your very next breakfast. If this information has been valuable to you, if you feel a spark of hope for your stronger future, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. My mission is to bring you more of these no-nonsense, life-changing health strategies every week. And please, leave a comment below. Let me know which food you're going to try first, or share your own health journey. I read them all. Thank you for your time, for your commitment to your health, and for allowing me to be a small part of your journey. Stay strong, my friends. I'll see you in the next video.